Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In tonight's video, we are going to talk a little bit more about Golden Nugget Online Gaming and Draftkings. On Monday, we got word that Draftkings bought out Golden Nugget Online Gaming in a transaction, and I covered it right here. The video is popping up in the right-hand corner of your screen. If you're not familiar, take a look at it. Before we get too much into it, guys, just to reiterate, this is not financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. Make sure that you do your own research. So, DraftKings bought out Golden Nugget Online Gaming in a transaction that basically makes the two stocks in a ratio from 0.365 to 1, meaning for every one Golden Nugget share that you own, you'll own 0.365 a share of DraftKings. Okay, let me show you what that means. So if I own 1,000 shares of Golden Nugget, then it's like saying I own 0.365, which would be 365 shares of DraftKings. Okay, so that's what it's saying here. So in other words, basically, as DraftKings moves, guys, until this is fully complete in January of 2022, Golden Nugget's going to continue to move in that same direction. So if DraftKings rises, Golden Nugget's going to rise. If DraftKings falls, then Golden Nugget is going to fall. So you got to have to ask yourself a couple of questions. Well, first of all, are you up in this position? Okay, if you're up in the position, then you have a good decision to make. Okay, well, I can easily take profits. Okay, maybe wait for a pullback and get back in. But just keep in mind, if you buy in a Golden Nugget or if you buy in a DraftKings, it's going to equal out to the same thing if you're going to hold for the long term. Okay, so if you currently hold this position, and let's say you have 100 shares and it's valued at $19.95, then, if you have 100 shares valued at $19.95, that's $1,995. All right, so let's say we take those 100 shares, all right, and let's say we convert it over to the amounts you would have for DraftKings, which is 36 and a half, about 37 shares, and then you multiply that by the amount that DraftKings is currently trading at. I think it's at about 54 and some change. Okay, so it's going to be pretty close to the same exact amount. So you gotta have to kind of think to yourself, if I'm up in this position right now, do I want to go ahead and take profits, or do I want to just kind of hold out and be part of DraftKings? Because what's going to happen is, once this merges over and you transfer, basically the ticker symbol changes and you own DraftKings per se, your shares are going to decrease, but your value is going to stay the same. Okay, now one thing to kind of keep in mind though, which is kind of cool, let's say you're down in this position. Okay, let's say you're down 5-10%. You can wait it out for the remainder of the year and let DraftKings kind of do its thing, because I think it's going to go higher with football season starting up. I think it's going to continue to rise, maybe retest that $74-$75 level. I don't know if it'll be this year, but maybe you'll get close to that. But you can recoup some gains from this news. Just keep in mind that this stock here, this Golden Nugget Online Gaming, is not going to move basically on its own. It's kind of correlating with DraftKings at this point. Okay, so if that kind of makes sense to everybody. So with that being said, if you are in Golden Nugget and let's say you are down, let's say maybe you bought a little bit too high at the peak over here and it just completely tanked, and you're like, dang it, I just want to get my money back. How do I know when to sell to get out if you want to do that? Okay, if you're not going to hold and try to be a part of DraftKings, well, just go over to DraftKings and take a look. And you're going to look at the fib level and say, well, if we can bust through these levels here, whatever the stock price is, all I have to do is multiply that by 0.365, and that's going to give me a share price of what Golden Nugget would be at that particular time. So let's say, for example, like I said, maybe we bought a little bit high here. Maybe we bought at, let's say, $24 a share, or $24 a share. All right, and we're still down. We're not even at 20 yet. Well, I'm going to look at this chart here and say, okay, we're about to bust through resistance, maybe come up and retest at $60 level. So let's say DraftKings gets to $60. I would multiply that by 0.365 because that's our ratio, and that's going to give me 21.90. So I'm still not at my break-even point, right? So let's say, okay, let's say it goes back and tries to test that high of $74, $75. That's going to give me actually higher than what I need, which is going to be $27 and some change. So if this happens, let's say before the first of the year, that DraftKings comes back up and shoots up to about 75 bucks, and you own Golden Nugget, then technically Golden Nugget's going to be at about 27, close to $28 a share. You can sell out and take profits on it, or if you think DraftKings is going to go higher, again, just hang tight. Let this thing ride for the long term, because I think this thing is going to go higher longer term, well over $100. And especially if it comes in and keeps buying up these little, like the smaller companies, it's just going to continue to add more and more revenue to their book. So my plan is, I had Golden Nugget in 3 accounts, and I did sell one of my positions and took profits. I took profits and I rolled it over into IDEX, and in anticipation and hope that we beat earnings and we could pop up and make a little bit of money off of that. And my other 2 accounts, I'm just sitting tight and I'm letting this thing ride out, and I may just continue to hold for the long term in one of the accounts. And the other one, if we blast off and continue to go higher the rest of the year, then I may think about taking some profits at that point. But one of them for sure, I'm holding for the long term. So it's all kind of about your personal goals on what you want. If you were kind of banking on taking profits from Golden Nugget to use it for something else, to roll it over into a different play, or to take that money that you needed for something else, then don't be afraid to take profits. If you like DraftKings for a long-term investment and you think that it's going to continuously grow over time, over the next 5-10 years, then hang tight, because I think it will. I really think it will. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to shed a little bit of light on that merger that happened. Keep an eye out on it, because I know there's a lot of law firms coming out saying that they're questioning the legitimacy of this merger and all this type of stuff. There's a lot of them that came out as soon as this happened. So it'll be interesting to see exactly what happens with that. But I'm hoping that DraftKings continues to get some good news and continues to keep moving forward, because for us Golden Nugget online gaming holders, then that's going to move our price per share up as well. So other than that, guys, that's all I got for you. Take care. We'll catch you in tomorrow's video.